Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to the Pure Rap Podcast. Back with a new episode with a special guest. Tonight we got Darneezy with me. We're missing Keb. You know what I mean? He's having some internet issues.
The internet going nuts.
Yeah.
He's on that Paul Wall, man. The internet going nuts, man. He going to call that
looking like
internet. Hey, yo, man.
He's looking like Nelly during that verses, man.
Crazy. Nah, but hope everything go well with the internet. You know, gotta talk to people, but
yeah, man.
He'll be missed on this episode. He'll be watched.
Yeah, facts. And I think we'll be off next week too. So we should be back. I want to say like beginning of October. Either we'll probably end up doing an episode, probably beginning of October, or have a guest. We'll figure all that out. Same thing too. I don't think this might be the 1 month, bro. We might end up missing that giveaway, bro.
We're missing it. Oh, dang.
Yeah, because it's
a
already
go by so quick.
That's what I'm saying. The month went by quick, bro. I didn't even realize. Yeah, we might have to just skip 1 month and then get back on.
Right. It's all right, you know.
We had a long streak though. We had a long streak. Think about it. A giveaway every month. You know what I mean? That's that's a lot. That's a lot of vinyl. That's a lot of vinyls to give away, bro. That's a lot of money spent. You know what I mean? So
yeah. It was a lot of dedication towards it, but it's still a good thing. You know, shout out to the people that entered the raffle, that supported us, and was able to still get their giveaway and enjoy it.
Right.
Sometimes you just never know what you get. Some people think they never win, and then people win. They get real excited. So you should say you should never tell yourself you never win something. You'll win something in your life, but you just never know when it comes. And when you get something like a vinyl, it's like it's a blessing. So thank you for all the supporters though.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, appreciate everyone who's been tuning in, supporting our social medias. I think we just hit 3K on Twitter too, so it's going up. I think we'll be back with them. And I know people still quoting and retweeting the anniversary posts. From last year too. So we'll be back with those next year. We took a break just some more albums once they start getting time to take a break from the anniversary posts, and then next year we'll bring them back up. But shoot, man, you ready to get into this?
Yeah, man, I'm trying to get to these beats, man.
Yeah,
beats coming in, man. I like those sounds.
Yeah, we've been on a producer wave too. I want to say these the past couple months too.
Yeah,
I want to shout out, of course, Primo the Great. I think we had him on twice, but I want to say he was our first guest in January. We talked about a lot of different things, and one of those projects, Grammy Luxury, was produced by Jamar Johnson, our guest who we're about to bring up, fully produced by him. So that was our first introduction to his sound and his name. And then we had Lord Swank about a couple months ago, I want to say. And then once again, he had nothing positive. He's actually the one who said it too. He's like you guys got to bring him up on here. Like he's like, that's what you should have.
Okay.
Because even Lord Swank was talking about like, what did he say? He said Jamar Johnson, one of those people, was like, man, you might not even rap, but you hear one of his beats and you're like, damn, I might have to. You're not even a rapper, but you feel like spitting.
I might have to hop on I just might have to spit a flow real quick. Nah, it's it's just it's unique style. People like, if certain people that's not into like the real soulful rap type of thing, and it's just it's very, very underrated. A lot of people don't make beats like that. So
yeah, it's like that's like hip hop. It's the sound that we like. You know what I mean? So,
it's a sound that people don't show off too much.
Yeah, like I feel like once you're a hip hop head, you be in this lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for sure,
people are just promoting like how we talked about the mumble rap. All that. So it's like
it's a time and a place. You know what I mean? So we're talking, and we spoke on this on the podcast plenty of times. So people who be watching, they be knowing. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's bring on our special guest, Jamar Johnson. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
Yes,
bro?
sir.
That's good.
It's good.
Man, appreciate you for
Jamar.
taking the time to hopping on with us.
No
And
doubt. Appreciate you having me on.
nah, most definitely. And yeah, like we were talking about, like it's it came full circle. You know what I mean? Like when I first heard your name, we were talking with Primo the Great, and then also having Laura Swank a couple weeks because he was talking about uh, a project that he wanted, like a side A, side B project that you
Yeah.
guys were working on. Yeah, yeah. So he
Yep.
was telling us
Yep.
about that, and then as soon as he finished telling us about that, he was like, "You guys gotta, you guys gotta have him on." So it was
Word.
one of those.
Yes,
You
sir.
were one of those people, like, as far because we always have our guests lined up. So like as
Right.
soon as we got the dates open, we're like, you definitely got to hit you up. Oh, and appreciate
Word,
you for
bro.
hitting back at ASAP too and giving us the time to bring you on. So
Yeah, for
Yeah, for
sure.
sure, bro. And it's funny you said Primo the Great because I'm wearing one of his hoodies right now. This hoodie, it's from his beat tape called Mad Frankie. He put out a hoodie for it. So yeah, it's just
oh
funny that you
wow,
mentioned him, and that's hilarious.
Hmm.
But yeah, bro.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's like all comes full circle. I mean, you just sometimes you just didn't know, like, he had us follow like for a while, I think,
Yeah,
um and then I think it just take, one word from another and people say, he's dope, and then you check it out, and then all these other different people come around and the
right.
producers like, Laura Swank and yourself. So no, I
It's
mean it's
wild,
just
bro.
great music and just, great people all around, and thank you guys for always taking the time.
Of course,
For
of course.
facts, facts. All right, man. So um, first we have a segment we call rapid fire, which is pretty much like icebreaker questions, about
Yeah.
five random questions that don't really have anything to do with the initial interview with music. Some of them are
Okay.
random, funny, deep, insightful, all those, just kind of
Yeah.
all around. So it's gonna be just a mixture of random shit, basically.
Let's do it.
So let's get right into that. All right, rapid fire. And first, I wanted to ask too, before we ask the first question, where are you from? Are you from Virginia as well, or from a different
Nah,
area?
I'm from Lynn, Mass.
Say that again.
I'm from Lynn, Massachusetts.
Okay, for
oh,
sure,
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
definitely,
Okay.
Um,
definitely.
same city where SDNAC's from. That's what everyone kind of knows Lynn for.
Okay,
So yeah, right over there.
okay, definitely. That's good to know. All right. So, our first question: outside of music, who are some of your inspirations?
Outside of music, geez, that's a tough question, bro. Probably family members. I got a lot of older cousins that I look up to. That kind of molded me into what I am today. So definitely older family members for sure.
So, nice, good answer, man. Second question: other than making beats, what is something you like to do, like as a hobby or just for fun?
Yeah, I love playing sports. I've been an athlete my whole life, so if I'm not locked in here making beats, I might be doing some basketball runs or some flag football. So I'm definitely in sports outside of music.
All right, very. You be watching too, like NFL,
Yeah,
NBA, anything
bro.
like.
Yeah, I probably watch more NBA than NFL. In football, I'm more of like a college football type guy. So
Okay.
Yeah, college, keeping up with
yeah,
Colorado
bro,
football.
it's
Oh yeah,
all I've been locked in.
it's
I've
the
been
wave,
locked
man.
in. It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
nah, it's
Hold
a
it,
it's a
man.
it's the
crazy
wave
it's a
now.
crazy wave, but nah, it's definitely good to see that type of energy, like him as a coach, and how like cocky they are. It's just funny like watching
I
them
love to
Humble, but
see
win
it.
and all
I
that
love
stuff.
to
but
see it.
it's not. I
Nah,
wouldn't even say coffee. It's cocky. It's confidence, bro. It's like because they're
yeah,
humble
It's
too. Like you know what
confidence.
I mean.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like it's that
Yeah.
confidence though. It's like uh you could
yeah.
tell like a
Nah,
Yeah,
team
so I'm
like that
definitely
was
hoping Colorado, hope they do all they could do this year and, take it as far as they could go. So,
facts, facts. Yeah, we're the same too. It's kind of funny because Caleb, our third member, he's like a football
yeah.
like fanatic. So I was making a joke because his internet is down. I was like, man, you just trying to watch Thursday night football, like you could just be honest with it now, right? But
Yeah, man. I
we
mean,
just be roasting, we be roasting them. But
like
me and Darnell, we watch NBA
my dad
more
was a
too.
coach, like a football coach growing up. So I played my whole
Oh
life.
wow,
I came under a football family. So football's kind of just, in me. But basketball is like a second sport. So, obviously I don't play football no more. So I get like, the basketball runs in, whenever I can. So, yeah,
yeah.
bro.
what team you be rooting for?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
As far as NFL, I mean, I don't really have a set team, but I'm from New England, so I guess I'll say the Patriots.
Right.
Like I said, I'm more tapped into college ball than I am NFL. So
Yeah. What about
What about
NBA?
what about basketball? Yeah.
NBA, the Celtics for sure.
Celtics.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm a Heat fan, bro.
Yeah, nah, Celtics always
Yeah.
good, man. That solid legacy under their hands for sure.
All right, sorry, I gotta take you off the podcast now. No, but
I feel like the last 5 you've always been just gonna be, and always had. I don't know, bro.
facts. Yeah. Nah, it's definitely fun. Like it's a fun rivalry to watch, right? For sure.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Third question: If you won a free trip for a week, all expenses paid for, where would you travel to?
All expenses paid for. Probably like Paris or something like that, bro. No, I'm tripping. I'm going to Africa. I don't know what country, but I know some country.
Yeah. No, that'll be fire. All right. Fourth question: If you could have one superpower for a day, what would it be, and what would you use it for?
Probably
Only one day.
to either be invisible or read people's minds. Just because, like, as far as the music goes, bro, I might play a beat for someone and they might be going crazy over it, whatever. But I want to know if that's how they really feeling. Like, you really feel like that? Like, what you thinking? So, because I know people be scared to tell true thoughts sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I just want the real, and I be trying to read people's minds, see what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. And you can only use it for the days.
We were just talking about that too. He's like, yeah, keeping your circle like like in tune, like making sure everybody like on the same page, like you that good criticism.
Yeah.
That constructive criticism.
Needed.
And last question: name three of your least favorite foods. If you can't do three, just one.
Least favorite.
Well, I'm really picky, so it's not going to be hard. I just have so many foods I don't like.
Me too.
Like, bro, I don't eat much of anything. People say I got like child taste buds, like for real. But fish, carrots, maybe. One more. Yo, there's so many. I don't know, bro. Celery, like.
Damn, you say,
I don't know.
So you begin wings. They be like, "You want celery and carrots?" Hell no.
Yeah.
Nah,
I don't mind the carrots, but the celery now.
I don't eat much of anything. Like, anyone who knows me knows I'm a super picky eater, bro. Like, I like things specific, and I like what I like. So, yeah, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Like, I mean, I'm picky too, but damn, I wasn't expecting that. Like, so even with fish though, like, is it just across the board? Like, you just want no seafood, nothing cooked? Like,
I don't eat seafood in general.
Oh, period.
So any seafood, bro.
No fry, raw, nothing. He's like, nah.
Nothing, bro.
Nah, I can't have no raw fish, bro. That shit's nasty, bro.
Like it's different type of seafood, but sometimes I don't even like the smell. Like people they like crab legs. Like, oh, like I don't know about that. It just
I don't know, bro. Yeah, I'm cool.
It don't look appealing to me. Some things,
it's got to be cooked for me, bro. Like, it's got to be like I can only eat seafood. Like, I like salmon and shit like that. So like, and like shrimp. Like,
cool.
it's got to be cooked though. Like, it's got to be cooked, bro.
Right.
Be eating it like just cold. I'm like,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, my number one least favorite is pickles. Can't stand it.
Pickles, I hate pickles too. I can't stand pickles either.
Can't stand
like, yo, hey, I don't mind it, man. On the Chick-fil-A sandwich, man. Get the pickles.
Nah, I need number one with no pickles, bro.
Number one, no pickles.
No pickles.
It still tastes like pickle from the juice.
Low key, right?
Hey, it might.
No, it does, bro. Like when you ask for no pickles and then they give you a burger and they kept the pickles on, bro, and you take it off. I'll take out the pickles, but I gotta like Now this is gonna be funny. People are probably gonna laugh, but I'll be honest. I'll be like kind of like scraping the bread a little bit, trying to get like that shit. Like I don't want like any like.
I mean, you could try, but bro, it's not going nowhere. I promise.
I'm
my
trying, bro. I'll be like,
gosh.
nah, I gotta
Bro,
get
I
this shit out.
can't.
Like,
I can't with you.
making a bowl out of the bun. I'm like, nah, I can't take off all this bread. That's so
Oh
funny, bro.
man.
I feel you.
Oh, yeah, we can have a whole episode of just bashing,
Right?
bad
Bashing
food.
about food, I'm dead, man. I
That's
can't.
hilarious.
That making
All
me
right,
hungry.
man. Yeah, but that's it for rapid fire. Shout out to everyone tuning in right now, and also don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. In the link, we also have in the link in our description. We have Jamar Johnson Spotify, Apple, and also you can go follow his link to his Instagram, so you can go give him a follow and go check out his music too. But man, without further ado, let's get into our first question. Is what role did music play for you growing up? And then our second, kind of follow up is kind of like your journey is, who inspired you to start creating your own music?
I
Or
mean, music.
what?
I was young. My grandfather playing in the church. My dad being a drummer, my aunt singing in the church. My older brothers being in the hip hop music. So music always been around me since young. As far as what inspired me to make music, so I started making music in 2020, like during the height of the pandemic. I'm in my junior year of college, bro. Football season got canceled, right? So at this point, I'm at the crib. I got no reason to work out. I got nothing to look forward to as far as football goes. So I'm just in the crib. I'm playing 2K every day, bro. Like I'm doing nothing. And I tell myself, like, you got something to do. I got to find a hobby or something. But I try to. I can't think I can find a way.
Wait, hold on, my fault. 1 second. You're kind of like a little choppy, like the it's just like kind of like in and out a little bit.
You can hear me now or no?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You're talking about
Okay.
where were you at? We were playing what like when was this? Like what year was this? Like when you said you were playing
This is
2K, how much you do?
2020.
Okay.
2020 COVID.
Yeah, this is like height of the pandemic.
Okay. Most
Yep.
definitely.
Yep. So the world shut down, bro. I'm trying to find something to do. My birthday's right around the corner. I ended up getting a beat machine for my birthday, and bro, and I kind of just there, bro. I was so I'm actually I'm taking to the I'm spending hours a day on different techniques. So I applied that and eventually started cultivating my craft.
Damn, that's crazy, man. Because I feel like even like kind of going through your catalog too, like man, it sounds like you've been doing this for like 10 years plus or something,
Yo, you want a quick little I don't know, quick story?
Yeah.
So my first album that I ever produced, it was Primo the Great. I started making beats in April or May of 2020. That album was done in like 3 months, bro. And this is me starting off making beats like fresh off. And I finished the album in 3 months, and it's that album's amazing. If y'all haven't heard it yet, anyone listening, watching, go listen to 5YL, bro. It's cooked up in 3 months of making beats. It's ridiculous to think about, but yeah, I learned caught on pretty quick.
Yeah,
caught
like,
on pretty quick.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where you would just like when some people are just kind of meant to do something, you know what I mean? Like that purpose where it's like you just meant to do something. Like the fact that you picked it up on it like that.
But then I guess like I had people tell me, I guess my advantage was the world was shut down. So like the time I spent in the pandemic locked in was like equivalent to 3 months outside of a pandemic because I was so, tapped into doing
true.
just that every day. You know what I mean?
That's
so
a fact.
The pandemic, though it was a big downfall for the world, it definitely helped cultivate my craft a lot faster than what I would have outside of. So
makes sense. Yeah, there's definitely always those good things. I feel like that's the good thing. Similar situation with our podcast. Like we had Caleb you know, other co-host, he had the vision like back in like 2016, but you know, back then, you know, we were
Yeah.
fresh out of high school. We weren't even thinking about it. We're like, oh, you know, sounds
Right.
cool. Pandemic hit. He hits us both back up. He hits both of us back up. It's like,
Hmm.
hey, you guys, you know, we ain't doing shit.
Right.
You guys
Yeah,
want to
I'm
just give
telling
it a
you.
try? Let's give it a try. Then
Yeah.
fast forward,
Give
you
it a
know, saying
try.
he's like, here we are now. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yep,
that.
that's
It,
what's up,
it
bro.
really gave you time to kind of like create something
Yeah.
and try something. You know, either try something new or figure out new passions, new goals, and just go all the way at it. You know what I mean? So that's dope, man.
Yeah. I
Right.
mean, yeah, staying locked in. I mean, yeah, we just because I mean, there's a lot of time for everybody. I mean, like the COVID was like it should be good. It was good and bad for for some things, but I think just trying to figure out what you're doing and working on your
Right.
craft, staying locked in, it kind of helped more because you kind of like there's nothing else better to do, but
Yeah,
That's all I had to do, bro.
something that you want to do and you passionate about. So
Yeah, man.
um yeah, so the COVID played in a lot of ways, but as you can see, you put a lot of time and effort and you got good results out of it. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
100%. And
Yes, sir.
how did you connect with Primo? Like, how did that happen?
All right. So this might be a bit of a drag. I'm trying to not make it so long. So, like I said, I'm from Massachusetts. But my dad, he's from Virginia. And my sophomore year of high school, my family actually moved out to Virginia.
Oh well.
So sophomore year, I'm going to school. I meet Primo the Great in school. I'm not making beats yet. I'm only a sophomore. I don't do music at all. I'm just a hip hop like nerd. So I meet Primo, whatever it is, and our first conversation is basically like, "Yo," and he starts naming Jay Z, Jadakiss, all these New York rappers, all these East Coast rappers. In Virginia, they don't play that. They play like a lot of, I'm not gonna call it nonsense, but it's just down south. Just I don't
Yeah,
know. It's not what I like, right?
yeah,
So I'm like, all right, that's dope. This kid likes what I like. Let's try to talk more and be friends, whatever it is. He tells me he raps, right? So now I'm listening to his music, and I move away from Virginia my junior year. I come back to Massachusetts, but I'm still staying tapped in with him. A few years pass by. He has a listening party. I'm in college now. I pop up to the listening party. Um, album plays, whatever it is. And at this point, I'm thinking about getting into beats. And I'm like, yo, what do you use to make beats? He told me he uses a machine. And fast forward another year later, I cop a machine. I start making beats, and I'm sending them to him just to listen to, not to even to rap on, because this is my friend. Really, I don't look at him as Primo the Great. I look at him as like, my homie. So I'm just
yeah,
sending beats like, yo, what you think about this? What you think about this? And then he's like, yo, you good, bro? Just keep grinding, keep grinding. He heard one beat. It was titled 350. He said, yo, I'm rapping on this. And
oh wow,
then I thought he was lying. I thought he was trying to gas me up. A few hours go by. He sends me a text. It's the song. Um, I couldn't get past the first 30 seconds because I was so hyped that somebody was rapping on my beat. I kept replaying
yeah,
it back, replaying it back. So I was mind blown, bro. And after we made that first song, we finished the album. And yeah, but the 350 track is still unreleased. But yeah, bro, that track really set my visions forward for producing. So
wow,
yeah, long story short, we met in high school. Stayed connected over the years. We linked back up 2 years later. So
man, that's crazy.
yeah, that's good.
And,
So the track was it yeah, I saw on your page that it hasn't dropped. Are you guys ever thinking about dropping it yet?
we're thinking about dropping it on our future project. We're working on something right now. We want to have it as like a bonus track, as like a gem, because
Oh,
bro,
because
that
it
I
means a
mean,
lot. Yeah.
yeah, that track is like the origin of for what y'all know me for now. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, yeah, I still remember making that beat, man, because I'm still new to producing and I'm looking for samples and nothing's really clicking. But once I chopped up that sample before I made the whole beat, I called my brother and was like, "Yo, I'm about to make something crazy," and I hung up the phone, and that was the beat Primo rapped on. So it was just,
Mm.
that's crazy.
yeah,
It
man,
was meant
it
to
was
be like something divine. Like, yeah, that's dope, man. Shout out to Primo, for real, man. And then
Yeah.
also, what about like with Lord Swing too? how'd you guys kind of connect? Oh shoot, can you hear me?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Might have a little technical difficulties.
The headphones? What happened? What happened? What happened?
Let's see. Let me I'm gonna tell them to try connecting.
How back in? How back out? Technical.
Oh, it happens. It happens.
It happens.
I'm gonna text it to him. But yeah, man, shout out to everyone tuning in right now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we ran into technical difficulties. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just texting it to him.
Yeah, go ahead and check out his catalog, man. Primo's The Grimy Luxury.
Yeah, facts, man.
That's
Yeah, a lot of dope projects too. So, and we're gonna be talking about a new project.
for IYL, yeah.
Yeah.
You hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yep.
Okay,
okay.
we
We're
back.
back.
Back. All right. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, I was gonna ask about Lord Swank. Like, how'd you guys kind of connect? Kind of similar. Like, was it through Primo or?
Yeah, so Lord Swank produced one of Primo's albums a few years back. And I was a big fan of that album. So I just hit him like, yo, you're dope, whatever it is, keep going. And he had mutual respect for me as well. And kind of just grew from there. Our relationship grew just from that conversation of mutual respect for one another. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. So a second question: how would you describe your style, and what's your process like when creating beats?
How do I describe my style? I mean, my style is really just not to be cliche, but it's kind of just expression of feeling. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like with my beats, there's so much emotion tied to them, and you can really feel that once they get put on. Like I've made a lot of beats based on whatever my current situation is in my life at the time. Like I put a lot of emotion into my, like, if I'm in a really good mood, I'll look for a sample with this feeling to it. If I'm feeling down or, whatever it is. So I tie my beat making to my emotions. And my process when I'm making beats, it involves a lot of just listening to records. A lot of people try to discount the digging process when it comes to making beats. And I think that's because they don't put enough time into digging, for samples. Because, bro, I've dug for samples for weeks before I sat down to make an actual beat. Like, I put a lot of time into just sitting, listening to records. I have a decent record collection. So, I sample on vinyl and I do the YouTube thing too. I don't hate on either or. I've had old heads looking at me crazy because we use YouTube. I've had younger people looking at me crazy because we use vinyl. It's like, bro, either way, find a sample and flip it.
Yeah.
So my process involves a lot of record listening. After that, bro, it's kind of easy going from there because a lot of times when I hear the right sample, I can hear the beat in my head before I even lay it down. You know what I mean? So I like to chop my sample up and then I'll arrange my drums. And then from there, it's just the bass line, like any skits from movies or TV shows and things like that. So it's a pretty streamlined process. But yeah, the bulk of it, honestly, is just listening to records. That's the bulk of it. That's the longest portion.
And that's fine. I feel like those are like the best producers too, who like are the ones digging through the crates. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you'd be surprised.
When you listen to certain albums, bro, it's like, how many times we're gonna flip this one sample? Like, how many times we're gonna use this drum break? Like, can we look for something different? So I like to be the dude who's gonna really dig the crevices where no one's gonna look and pull out something crazy. Like I flipped. I mind you, I never tell samples, but like it's a beat no one's ever gonna hear probably. Bro, I flipped a 1965 Peter Pan movie soundtrack.
Damn.
You gotta really break the lines. So I dig a lot.
That's crazy. 1965 Peter Pan soundtrack.
I flipped,
That's when you know you digging, yeah.
Digging through.
Oh,
Yeah, nah, that's
oh,
No, that's
Yeah.
fire, man.
that's cool. Yeah, I like yeah, I was I like your producer tag. Like how did that come about? Like the Joker, the laugher. Like how did
yeah.
that
So
I like that.
the
It's
Joker
different.
laugh. I get this question asked a bunch of times. So the Joker tag comes from me not liking to smile. So as a child, I was always asked, why don't you smile, or why don't you like taking pictures, or why don't you take more videos and pictures of yourself, whatever, whatever. And I'm just not a fan of pictures. I'm not very photogenic. And Joker's tagline is "Why so serious?" And that was a question I was always asked growing up. Like, why are you always so serious? It just made sense just to use it. You know what I mean? Like, so
Damn.
yeah, man.
Nah, that's fire, man. It's so much better now that the story that
It's
we
so
got
much,
behind it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, that's a lot of meaning
So, yeah,
towards it. I wouldn't even expecting that. But,
like, yo,
yeah.
you're way too serious. You need to smile
Yeah,
more, whatever, whatever. So I just took the Joker
Yeah.
joint and threw it in there, bro. Like it made sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smile when you listen to my beats.
People get that a lot, man. School pictures, man. Turn your head this way, smile. And,
Yeah,
With a
man. I
big
used
ass
to,
picture, tilt your head.
some people are like,
yeah,
Come on,
man.
man. Come on, bro.
they
My
just
neck
like,
hurting. Can you hurry up and take this picture already? Goddamn.
Word.
yearbooks, man.
Yeah. Little family get togethers. All right, everyone get them.
Oh,
I used to be the one trying to like lead a cookout early before I start taking pictures and all that because I'm not trying to,
Yeah.
you're not trying to take
But-
pictures, memories,
Yeah.
and
nah,
nothing.
bro.
I try to be in the
Nah.
far back. I ain't even seen.
Right. So yeah, but that's that story about the tag. Yep.
Man, it's
Nah.
funny. I used to hate taking pictures, but I got like I would say like the older I'm getting, I'm starting to be like, man, I'm like starting to become that person. Let's take pictures. Like, let's take pictures. Like, yeah. So it starts
Memories
switching.
last forever. Man.
Right.
So now let's get into your new project that's gonna be dropping. You said November 10th, the Rebirth. I want to show you one, the cover as well.
The cover.
Yeah.
I feel like that's covered.
Yeah, this one fire. Now,
Crazy.
let's switch it. All right. So yeah, that was the first question I was gonna ask too. Is man, like, how'd you come up with the cover? This cover art? Or who come? Helped you?
Done by homeboy's sister. She hand drew it. I sent her a reference picture, and she took a couple days and she hand drew the whole thing, bro. And it's amazing that this is a drawn picture. The idea of the Black Joker, that was kind of a conversation I had with me and my girlfriend, and we kind of just sat down, just trying to think of ideas. And she was like, "Yo," because originally it was gonna be like just a regular Joker, But my girl was like, "Yo, you should be like the Black Joker. That'd be." And yeah, man, she made it come to life. I want to make it like comic book themed. That's why you got like the featuring Shay Noor, Sean Lib, Josiah, when it has like the action packed whatever on comic book covers.
Yeah.
So I want to make it like comic book. This cover is my favorite in my catalog by far. So
nah, this one's fire too. Like you said, especially for like the the comic book style too. As soon as I saw it, like it pops out at you. Like,
gives me that nostalgic feel.
Yeah, this is one of those things, like you said, like if you were at like a record shop or something, you like, oh, what is that? Like, let me see, the Rebirth. Oh, let me look at that real quick.
Yep.
Yeah, nah, it's super fire. As soon as I saw it too, like, and to go hand in hand, like you said, with what you just talked about, your producer tag, the story behind it. Then to have this cover, it all comes that full circle moment where it's like, nah, like you're kind of like now taking in that that character, you know what I mean? So It's definitely dope to see. Um, let me see. We got a few different questions. So how did you come up with the name for this project and also the concept for the album, The Rebirth?
Good question. Um, album was here until I had a beat battle, a while back ago, and after that beat battle was the idea to do the album. So all the beats you hear on the album were beats that I played at this specific beat battle. And long story short, at the beat battle, games weren't being played fairly. To sum it up, so basically, I had a conversation with the other producer I was battling against, and we wanted to bring a sense of city, with the boom bap sound, with the soulful sound. Let's introduce the people to something different, right? So we agreed to play no trap beats, nothing that's like not in this lane of music. And that was the thought process going forward. You get to the day of the beat battle, my man plays nothing but trap beats, right? I kind of got snaked out crazy.
Damn.
So it was kind of over before it started, and I didn't really have, because you hear the trap drums versus like a hard boom bap break, the masses from dancing. So I never fair chance even get in that venue. Wow. Yeah, I call it the rebirth because like that people feel like my image was probably tarnished. I look crazy. I got killed during the battle, whatever. So I said, okay, I'm gonna take these beats that got slept on, whatever it may be. I'm gonna put together the craziest album you've heard, just to show you that someone's gonna appreciate this sound. These beats are as dope as I said they were. I just gotta get it to the right crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it to the right crowd by getting the illest rappers on there. So I reached out to anyone I thought that's in that top tier. Album, bro. Like coming back, and I was there that night to do it's gonna be like that even stronger than what he came into the battle with. So yeah, man, I kind of got snaked out crazy, but it was a bad event, but it turned into something great with this album. So I'm proud of it.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
man, that's grimy that they did that. But like you said, I guess like it's that gift and the curse where it's like, man, like that shit happened.
Bro. I mean, it gets deeper than that because like I told y'all, we've had conversations before the night of the battle. Like, yo, let's bring the city. Let's make them hear different. Let's inspire people. And I'm thinking it's gonna be good money all the way through. It's gonna be a good time. But bro, it was done by 808s and hi-hats and everything. So they was dancing and
it's different.
Shoot, I
had some 808s, man. Trap beats, man.
Wait, my fault. Sorry, it's a little choppy again, like the
audio.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. It sounded good now.
All right. But yeah, I was just saying that this album.
No, sorry. Like I'm kind of like we coming back and forth. No, but with I commend you for like, even finishing the battle, I guess, because I would have been like, hell no, nah. like not what we talked about. Taking my line, I'm out of here, bro. Like that, man. I would have been pissed off, bro, ready to fight somebody.
I was like, if there, you know that it wasn't, but
I don't want to spend too much time on it, but how was your face like when that moment, like when they played the first beat? Were you just kind of like, wait, what the fuck? Like
my face, bro, I was my jaw dropped. I was stunned,
Yeah, like damn, they just played me like that. Yeah.
Because mind you, bro, even the night of the battle, I see bro, and I'm chopping it up with him, and we like, yeah, bro, it's about to be a crazy classic night, whatever. So up to that point, I was being lied to. Up to that very moment,
Damn, that's
you feel what I'm
crazy.
saying? So it
Damn.
was all just a build up, just to I don't know what it was for, because I've always had respect for dude I was battling and all. So I don't know if it was to make me look crazy or to make himself look better.
Yeah.
But if I'm being real with you, if I'm keeping it a buck with you, I really feel like he knew if he would have played my game, he would have lost, bro.
Mm.
You would have lost. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had to go he had to go outside the lines to play his way to make sure he got the dub. But it's all good, bro.
Yeah.
We got the
Yeah.
Rebirth album is fire.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
know,
Like it ended up working out at the end of the day. Yeah, it ended up working out, and we here now. You know what I mean? You got a dope list of artists too, and I do like how you put on Instagram as well, like kind of like the backstory. Like you had a single post for each artist who was gonna be on this on the project. Um, yeah, I like how you did that too. So it was dope seeing that as well. I did want to ask, how do you go about like choosing, artists who you want when it comes to like these compilation projects, who's going to be on your beats? Like how do you go about like who's going to be on this? How do you go about that?
Yeah,
yeah,
selection
that's a good
wise.
question. So yeah, so everyone I work with, either I do a collaboration project or a compilation album, everyone I reach out to work with, I'm a fan of first, because I want to make music listen to. Because if I listen to it, I know a bunch of other people listen to it as well. So anyone I reach out to work with, I'm just fans of them, and I want to work with them just based off that. Like, yo, I love what you do. Let's put something together. Try to build a relationship with them and go on from there. So everyone on this project, bro, I'm just huge fans of. From the first song down all the way down. So yeah, bro, I just reach out to who I'm a fan of and just go from there, bro. Honestly.
Most definitely. And also with I know you when you had a post as well talking about Ransom, because we both listened to that for one of your first compilation albums too, when you had Ransom on the project as well, which is he's one of my favorite artists. So
Word.
and you're fast forward to now with this album is dropping, and is that under his label or is that his distribution company, Momentum
Uh,
Entertainment?
his distribution company. So
Okay.
he had reached out to me and was basically like, I'd love to distribute your music, and we figured it out from there. Had some conversations about it and decided to move on with it. So the Rebirth album will be coming out through Momentum Entertainment, and it's a full circle moment, bro. Because like y'all just said, Ransom was on my first album, and at that time I was just a huge fan of what he was doing. He had just dropped Director's Cut 3. He's like at the, you know, he's killing it right now, right? So to
Yeah.
have him on my album while he's doing all these crazy things was just a great feeling. And then fast forward a few years later, it's just a crazy full circle moment that, you know, it's great. That's all I say about it.
Yeah, man, that's definitely a full circle moment. Shout out to Ransom too. And yeah, especially I could say like having a guy like that, that's like top tier like rapper, you know what I mean? Like that's like for yeah. Because he's honestly, in my opinion, one of the best rappers, like, you
By
know,
far, he's killing
by
it.
far.
And
Yeah.
around for the great sent me Director's Cut 3 to listen to.
Oh wow.
And I've never heard of Ransom. I mean, I've heard of him loosely, from the early 2000s, but I wasn't really tuned into him like that. Like his name don't ring
Yeah.
no bells for me. But when I heard Director's Cut 3, bro, I went back and listened to everything.
Yeah.
Like, yo, this is crazy, bro. And I reached out to him, and I got the feature, and now distribution through him. So it's fire, bro.
Man, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, very solid. Very solid.
Um, and then yeah, so those are a lot of the main questions too, that I have for this project. And now for like to kind of get through it. But man, listen to I appreciate you for sending us the project too, because I was bumping it the past few days. I kind of like took it all off and kind of like made my own little playlist so I could listen to it top to bottom.
I love that. I love that.
Because I just download because usually when I'm at work, I'm kind of behind the scenes for a little bit, so I'm able to kind of like a couple hours just have my headphones in, you know what I mean, while I'm kind of working, and then I'm like, so I'm just bumping it the past couple of days, just over and over again. Of course, man, that intro track is super fire, like,
bro.
Yeah, and I will say this too.
Shout out to Sean Liv, man.
Yeah, and honestly, too, like me and Darnell were talking about on the side, like even with hidden gems and stuff like that, a lot of artists that you're even pinning us on, you know what I mean? Like artists I never heard of.
Yeah,
where I'm like, oh, like, because we like rap, you know what I mean? So it's like this real hip hop shit. Like where I'm like, man, like some of these dudes right here, like, shoot, we might have to even like, you know what I mean, send a message, you know, hop on the podcast type thing too, like, because we, you know, that's all we want is just, you know, to flood hip hop and, you know, try to push that as much as we can, you know, the right way. So I appreciate you for that too. You know, for you to have a good ear to match. Obviously, there's beat making, but then there's being a producer. You know what I mean? We're actually pitting these artists who would sound good on this, and like, man, the full project from top to bottom, man, is fire. Like, so kudos to you for sure.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Word. That's
no, it really is solid. I mean, yeah, definitely a lot of underrated artists. Yeah, I've never heard of. And you know, to get the shine on that, and especially to be on those soul food type of beats, and you know, your cadence and your style and everything. So it's good.
Yeah, man.
You know, can't wait for people to hear it.
Right. I was actually speaking with Sean Liv not too long ago, and I was telling him how I love that I could grab people that the masses might know about, like might not know about, and put them on these projects along with names like a King or a Shay. So now their fan bases hear a Sean Liv, they hear a Paradox King, and they want to listen to them more and learn more about them. So when I do compilations, you know, it's to get out dope music, but it's also to cross brand fan bases. That's a big thing of what I like to do, just get people seen and heard, bro. Like, you know, some people, it could do people a lot of good. You know, it could be a great opportunity for people to get them heard by different fan bases and groups. So yeah, it's all about taking your team and just trying to put them in the best position to win, bro.
Yeah, and how would you connection with like Shay Nora as well? Like, how would you connect with her?
Honestly, bro, this is kind of a funny story. So, I'm sitting here, I'm going through the beats, right? I'm listening to the beats for the album, and I'm like, yo, I feel like Shay would smoke this beat, right? And I reach out to my boy who's worked with a lot of people out in Buffalo, Rochester, upstate New York. Like, yo, how much you think it would cost to get Shay on this track, whatever. And he was like, yo, bro, don't even reach out. She's not gonna do it because like she don't really work with just anybody, whatever. So the moment I heard I can't do it, it was like, yo, I have to get it done now because he said I can't, right? Like, nah, it has to happen. So I just approached her with the most confidence I've had probably ever. I know you work with Apollo Brown, 38 Special, all these great producers, but I'm on the same tier, if not better. And she gave me the chance, and she let me send her some beats just to listen to see if she'd want to be down with it. And she heard the joints, and we did a swap, basically, like a beat pack for the joint, for the verse. So I just approached her with a bunch of confidence, bro, and it paid off because she ended up really liking the sound and doing the verse, you know, just for the love, bro. So, but hearing that she was gonna try to charge me all this money and that's not gonna be possible because she's on this tier, it was like, nah, bro, now it has to happen.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
so
you can never. Yeah, you can never let somebody down. I mean, you just never know.
Nah,
I mean, sometimes people think just because they're in the top tier of their lane, you know, she's at the hiatus.
And that's fine. But I know a lot of people in this lane where they don't look at themselves as the top tier people. Whereas me, I put myself in the conversations, you know, with these top producers, with the Future Wave, with Craven. I put myself right in the middle of that bunch, bro, because I really do believe myself that much. So I don't think it's too far fetched to get a feature from a Stash, a Ransom, a Shay, Conway. I don't think that's too far out because I think I'm in that level, I just got to get in those rooms. And once I get in those rooms, bro, it's gonna be a wrap. So yeah,
bro.
you gotta have that confidence, though. You gotta have that confidence.
Yeah, no, I see you taking off like
Word.
especially within these next few years too, bro. Like you said, I like in those circles because I can already hear those guys on your beats. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then being able to like have artists like this, and then have that have a Conway or someone like that one day on artists, and then have someone that we don't know of on the same.
But and then let me add this in there too, though, because I didn't really mention this. Having these notable credits also play a factor because when I approached her, I let her know I produced for SD Neck, Fire with a Kid, Rick Hyde, previous to you. So when she sees these names, it might be like, okay, word, he has some kind of something going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he has, so then
And you said you produced a track for Rick Hyde?
That's on title.
My fault. Can you say that? Can you say that one more time?
Project is titled Tales of a Wizard.
Okay, Tales of a Wizard, definitely.
Tales of a Wizard by Lunatic.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Right on here over my beats. That was super to hear. Yeah,
man. Yeah, no, it's good to, it's good of a track. So it's already out, but not the whole project. But yeah, MF
Doom Max
is out, and yeah, how was it like? You're getting your canis, you're getting your credit, you're on all these different pages, and it's like one of the the hottest singles, out to come that week. How was the reaction towards you and yourself?
Wait, before you say that, man, she had a line which said like, "I don't eat pork, but I crack ribs," bro. As soon as I heard that, I was like, yeah, that's
but bro, her first like 8 bars,
yeah, bro, just crazy. I was like, damn.
Like she snapped, bro. Before the track was released, I'm not gonna lie, the track was released. Sleeping on it, like I was in like it, bro. And I saw my man was going, and I was definitely, And then
wait, my fault. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm kind of like stopping you, so it's not. I don't want you to be choppy. You know what I mean when it comes through. So I want you to be clear.
I was.
A little choppy.
Yeah, it's just sometimes it will come low. Like it'll start like you'll sound super clear, and then it will start chopping just a little bit too. So I just want to make sure it's like I want you to get these answers out, man. So
right,
looking out.
Before I and over and once I got as like music, once I knew what I was gonna do.
Wait, yeah, it's still my fault. It's still choppy, bro. Yeah, I don't know if you gotta like pull out the headphones, probably plug them back in. Yeah. My fault, Daniel. I was like, oh no, we gotta get this answers.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Trying to get the audio right, trying to get everything. We'll write some powerful answers to be said on the show. We gotta get it right. Gotta make sure everything sounds perfect.
Better or no?
Yeah.
We can do that.
But yeah, so I put the track out and I knew it was gonna be what I was gonna do, but yeah, man, it was definitely a great feeling getting the credit I deserved, getting the looks I deserved. It definitely opened a lot of people's eyes. So I'm proud of the track and I'm proud of the single and what I was able to do. So
yeah.
And then also I like too how you put in that Tyler the Creator, like that reference point, little skit too.
So can I ask you a question about that?
Yeah.
Once after I told you the story about the concept of the album, does that skit kind of make sense now?
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. A little. All right. Word.
No, it definitely makes sense. Like I said, once hearing like all the like kind of backstories, like this whole album is like this shit makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? Of everything
Even
that you've been saying.
even the little breakdown on 14 bricks from the, I'm not gonna give it away, but from that movie scene, you know, in
Yeah,
that specific movie, my man's got snaked, right? So,
Yeah,
bro, the whole album has little digs like that. You just got to catch them.
yeah.
yeah. No,
Nah, yeah, man, for sure.
there's some
Yeah,
things. Yeah, don't want to give it away. Want people to
no,
hear it, but nah, it definitely has the whole concept. I see where it's going for sure.
Yeah. Now
right,
people are definitely gonna rock with this one for sure.
sure.
And once again, the rebirth. You know what I mean? November 10th. Um, and also I guess we could talk on the side to because we could keep this up on
Yep.
YouTube, and then once the album drops, we'll plug it back again and
Yeah.
just with snippets and everything too, like around that time.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, we could definitely, because we're definitely gonna just keep promoting it, especially once the time when you tell us, like once we see what's about to drop like that week, we'll start putting more snippets, you know what I mean,
For
on our
sure.
end too, to help kind of push, help you push it on our end too, so get some more ears.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
guess
no doubt.
last, uh, let's get us back. Let's get us back. Is what's next for Jamar Johnson? Of course, we got the tape, and I know you've been doing. What about even the project with Laura Swank and stuff like that? Like you got other things coming out.
Yeah. So as far as the project with me and Swank goes, honestly, at this point, we're just waiting on cover art.
Okay.
Um, yeah, we're just trying to get the cover art done and figure out a good release date. But as far as what's next for me, man, I got a lot of things I don't want to say, but I'll let a few things go. Me and Primo got a project coming, currently working on it as we speak. Me and Sean
Let's
Lib
go.
got some joints in the future. Sean Lib did the intro to the Rebirth album, and
All right.
he's one of my favorite rappers right now. Like he's definitely on that tier of artistry, bro. Like for sure. So me and him got some work coming. Um, there's some other things that I can't mention right now, but
All good.
just be on the lookout for more collaboration projects, man. That's all I can say for right now. Um, yeah, bro. More collabs, more work, more beat tapes. You know.
Yeah, no, that's nice. Yeah, no, I love yeah, I love your guys' joint. You and Primo, the Crimey Luxury.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy how I love those beats so much that not overlook your name, and now we got you on the show and we heard
Yeah,
it more, and it's like um no, it's definitely good to hear. I like that type of a sound, and those type of beats, and that cadence is so
that's what's
not
up.
just yeah, no, I hope can't wait for y'all to collab again. That's all I
Yeah,
really can say about
like I
that.
said, we working
Yeah.
as we speak.
Yeah,
As we
yeah,
speak, bro.
nah, you
Nah,
guys got a
most
good chemistry.
definitely. Yeah, nah, it's definitely been dope. And I appreciate hopping on with us as well.
Yeah,
Definitely won't be the last time as well.
Nah,
I mean, our doors are definitely open. I mean, especially on the podcast. Especially the more that different projects come out. I mean, hop
yeah,
back on. I mean, we'll speak on those as well.
of
Um,
course.
and especially with the Primo project, because I know we told Primo we're gonna have him on one more time to end off the year. We had him
We
in
might got to
he
do a
was
little collab joint with me and
yeah.
Primo and
oh yeah, yeah.
maybe
Now, honestly, I was thinking about that. Even
Yeah,
with different people we had on the podcast, I was thinking about like having different people like who collab and stuff. Have
yeah. Be in the
episodes
same
with
room.
you three, and episodes with these two people who
yeah,
work together and stuff. That was actually an idea I had too.
that'd be
Yeah,
fire.
we could definitely probably get that going by the end of the year too. But yeah, bro. Like, uh, once again, like first off with this project, fire all the way
Thank
through,
you.
and then
Word.
wish you nothing but success moving forward. Honestly, I already see it. Like I see you as one of those type of producers already. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So, um, and then what I'm gonna say too, like, uh, I don't even know, man. I had a long ass day, bro. I'm like,
No,
this
you
is about
good,
the
bro. No
time in the
worries.
podcast where I start everything just like,
Yeah, yeah, you good. You good. No
yeah,
worries.
no, but you know what it is, man. Shoot, what you. But once again, shout out to everyone too. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Most importantly, share. Um, Follow us on social medias, Twitter, Instagram, whatever else the hell we got. We also put the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, everything, so you can listen to the audio. If you're working out, you're doing, you a truck driver, you're doing something, you can't no time, you can't watch the audio, you can't, you can't watch it on YouTube. Just put the headphones in. We got the audio podcast as well for you guys. And once again, the Rebirth, November 10th. Go check out his whole catalog as well, man. On Apple and Spotify, we have the links in the description, so you don't got to go too far. You don't have to go anywhere. We did the work for you. All you got to do is click on the links. We also have his link to his Instagram, so if you want to get to know him more, see what he has coming out next, things like that, go follow him on Instagram. And just like I said, link in the description. So go check all that out. And you guys got anything else to plug?
So I got posters for the Rebirth album. Anyone looking to cop posters, autographed and numbered? Only 10 of them. Few left. DM me if you're looking to cop a poster.
How much you got left?
Private posters. I got like 4 left.
Yeah. Shoot,
like I said,
I'll cop one.
We'll talk after.
I'll DM you.
They're numbered, autographed, and all that. So,
okay. Cool.
Along with that, I'm also holding private listening sessions for the Rebirth album. Anyone want to get a sneak peek to what the album might be? It's a Q&A session. I'll play the Rebirth album, also some unreleased music on top of that. So I got those as well. Just DM me and let's make something work.
Most definitely. Yeah, I'll hit you up on the side too. Definitely put some money in your pockets too and get some of that merch. You know what I mean? Sure, I still got the key down there right here too. We cop merch from the people we got on. You know what I mean? We cop stuff from there. Yeah, we put money in the pockets, man.
Yeah, gotta cop that merch. Yeah, Primo's merch. Your poster and everything.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lord,
there you go.
Said the goat.
Yeah, hopped in at the perfect right before we were hopping off too.
Already hopping on. Yeah. No, I mean, just wishing a success for you, Jamar Johnson, and can't wait to hear can't wait for the
massive
the full project. Even though we got a sneak peek of it, but
sneak peek, man. We got the whole thing. Give me a sneak peek.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, exclusive.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying not to listen to it too much because I'm like, I need the streams to come in too. You know what I mean? I'm like, by the time I still gotta stream it.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
No, I've already ran through the project probably like 5 times in a row already. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Can't wait to hear more beats and more collabs. In the future for sure.
Yep,
thanks, man. Definitely. And once again, appreciate you for hopping on with us. Like we said, not the last time. And shout out to everyone tuning in. I hope everyone has a good rest of the day. That's a wrap for Pure Podcast, man.
Peace.